Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass here, and welcome to Lost Face, which is a horror game, where you were born without a face, and must now steal and wear the faces of other people. There's a saying that baby girls will take all of a mother's beauty while she's pregnant. Our name is literally the Nameless. At least it is right now, anyway. Sounds like a certain Warhammer character. My mother is very beautiful, but she must have been very selfish. For I was born without a face. Wow. I was a perfectly healthy child other than that fact that I didn't have a face. No one could see me smile or cry, but I still did those things without anyone knowing. Now, do you have a nose? Like, are you able to breathe? My parents tried as hard as they could to raise me for as long as they could, but they decided that they had no choice but to abandon me. Once I stole a face. The first face that I stole was my father's face. I did it once as a baby. It wasn't violent. But when I was 4, I did it again. Apparently this time the process was painful for my father. Though there was no lasting effects, my mother said she could still hear the sound of him dissolving and compressing every time she tried to fall asleep. The next day, my parents decided to abandon me. Yeah, this does seem like a bit of a difficult problem. I was only 4, but I was still alone. Yet, I couldn't blame my parents. It wasn't their fault that I was born this way. But it's not mine either. I managed to survive when I stole the face of a passerby. People took pity on a child all alone, not knowing that I was wearing someone else's face. The process of taking a face is emotionally complicated, but mechanically simple, really. When I need a face, one simply comes to mind. Without any hair or fancy dress, I can imagine what they look like. The person themselves disappears completely, their bones crunching and skin dissolving as their bodies erased from the world. Wow. Actually, you take the whole body, really. You're not taking the face. They leave a fleshy mask behind. It's incredibly convincing, but the hard part is playing the role. I can take a face for however long I want, but I try to limit each face to a day. There was a horror manga, drama / romance / horror, that had a little bit of premise like this. I'll go into it later if I remember to. Becoming someone else is an emotionally taxing thing, and you start to lose yourself. When I can, I live my life faceless, only covered up in sunglasses, hat, and mask. A machine speaks for me, and I can often disguise myself as a normal person without stealing a face. But it's 2 days before my birthday, and I want to live a normal life. I put on the face of someone young, but still a few years older than me. The room is unfamiliar and decorated in a way that I would never prefer. It's better to say you're like a parasitic nest invader. Because you don't just take the face, you actually replace the person's existence. Almost a godlike power, actually. But if I want to keep their face for a day, I have to be them believably. To assume their identity, I have to know them. Okay, let's get to know them. Posters of a band that I don't know. They have a lot of makeup on their faces and are attractive. This is, J-Rock. I forgot the group. It's got one of those, like, I'm pretty sure it had, like, one of those, like, French-sounding names. Like, this is just, like, one of their actual things with, like, a heavy filter over it. I remember this era. Electric guitar. It's gathering dust, but looks cool sitting in the corner. A used box of cheap blue hair dye. The tub is slightly stained with it. Okay, this person's definitely into the whole J-Rock lifestyle. A girl and adults who I can only assume are her parents. They look like a loving family. This girl seems complicated. Though they almost always are. People have much richer lives than most would ever know. You can only know as much by being the person themselves. Sarah, come down for dinner. No, Mom, we're listening to my J-Rock and posting Guy online. Sarah. More like Sarah. So the logic would be Sarah would have blue hair because they just dyed their hair blue. So if we actually go down with, because you can see it's blonde hair over here, that's her natural color. But if we go down as blonde, they're going to be like, wait a minute. Blue. In a sec. Sweetie, help set the table. Fine. Done, of course, with your usual sass. Huh. The blue is looking nice and dark. Retouch the color? Yeah, last night. I think it's a bit much, but... Dad, why do you have like this thin blonde mustache? You should shave that. It's not a good look on you. You're like too thin for that to rock that look. Well, whatever makes my little girl happy. I made your favorite tonight. Thanks. Oh, we said thanks! We screwed up! Thanks. That's rare. I'm just really grateful. Don't. No. I'm just really grateful for you guys. Thanks for supporting me, even if you don't really understand me sometimes. You're supposed to be a little more, like, angsty. You're not supposed to say, like, oh, thank you. Of course, sweetie. How could we do anything else? Don't forget, you have your guitar lesson early tomorrow. So eat up and then head to bed. Oh, crap, we don't know how to play guitar. Okay. I've been Sarah for almost a day. I'm so jealous. I want to live this life forever. I'm always tempted, but I can't. If I did, I'd be taking the real Sarah away from the people who love her. And I would lose myself. But for now, I can enjoy it. I'm gonna change my hair color. I'm gonna go back. I'm just curious what will happen. Blonde. Sweetie helps at the table. Yes, Mom. See, the hair color did change here. Wow, so being today, not gonna put up a fight? Oh, and your hair. You dyed it back? And you made such a big fuss by getting weirder with your hair. I guess I just missed the blonde. Yeah, right. What's up with you today, honey? Hey, you're looking a little littler than usual. And your mannerisms are strange. You aren't our Sarah. You aren't our Sarah. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think after my face starts melting, I really am not your daughter. She's not our Sarah. Game over. Okay, but I was right. You gotta dye blue. Or they start noticing things are up. So interestingly enough, we only copy the face. We don't necessarily... We take the body away out of existence. But we don't copy the body. Because they noticed that we were kind of small. So I'm assuming we might even be younger than Sarah is. It's the day before my birthday and I want to live a normal life. I put on the face of someone completely different from me. It's always easier when they live alone. Oh no. You've already moved on. A letter from Jesse to Lila, apologizing for various wrongdoings. Seems like he needed to apologize. A certificate for a college bachelor's degree. He majored in cinema and digital media. Glasses of various kinds of alcohol littered around the room. Is this how this guy really lives? A stack of physical games for a console I've never played with. A good hobby to get lost in. Jesse, I know you're home. Come out here and talk to me. Lila? Jesse, we still need to talk. I know we've been staying away from each other for the past few days, but I feel like we won't get anywhere if we don't just talk it out. Is this a roommate? Can you please open the door so we can have a real conversation? Open door? I feel like this would be bad. Like if you open it, the mask is gonna slip quite literally. Oh, what happened to you? What are you? Yeah, okay, I figured. Keep closed. I'm sorry. I still need more time to think. Are you kidding me? How are we supposed to fix anything if you won't even talk to me? Here, I need you to have this. Give which item? The apology letter. Give you the video game! I just want to. I feel like this is gonna be funny. What the hell is this? Are you joking right now? Just leave me alone. I'm using the spare key. What? No. What happened to you? What are you? Game over. Because you were a gamer. You'd give the apology letter. You wrote this. Yeah. Everything I said in it is true. I really mean it. Okay, I'll come back another day. But only if the letter feels genuine, okay? This one's probably bad because Jesse's, I'm assuming, a full-grown adult. At least body shape-wise. They have like a degree and everything up there. So, we only took the face. So if Lila comes in, they're gonna be like, why are you such a small body now? And I'm assuming the whole body shape is completely wrong too. Like, it's not just like the height, you know, it's just the frame is like a kid. I care about you too, so let's try to make this work. I'll call you. But I guess we emulate the voice, because I don't question that. I hope those two figure things out. I can tell that they both really love each other. I'm always curious about what happens to people after I lose their mask, and they take over their own lives again. Even though I never want to live this life, I wonder what it's like to be loved like that and love someone else like that. It is my birthday, and I do not want to be alone. I spend a day without stealing a face. I feed the ducks, dip my toes into the ocean, and listen to the records at the record store. But I can't keep living this life. The street where I grew up, I know the name well. All I have to do is peer in and find the one that I grew up in. Maybe the parents are going to take us back. Or maybe they won't. Who knows? Maybe they have a new kid already. It's them. Why? How can they live so happily? Why live like this? It's not fair. I want to live that life. I want to know what it's like to live that life. It's a late past night. The room is cold. Loss and grief. I feel like a ghost. Well, they have a kid in the photo. Is that us? Or is there enough time has passed that they had another kid and they already grew up? This is bad. This is bad. A happy-looking family. A young girl who isn't me. How to move on after losing your child. Is it possible that they feel a hint of guilt? 3 cups. A set of matching mugs, hers and his. Their love seems real. Toys that I recognize. Toys that I played with as a child. They've been played with since I left. Someone's awake at this time. I don't have time. It's you. Isn't it? You're the one Mama told me about. The faceless girl. The one who isn't supposed to be real. Who are you? I'm Twyla. And I think you're my sister. Mama told me stories about a girl with no face. She told me that it was all just made up, but the way she told me those stories seemed too real. You don't have the same curse. You're beautiful. I have pieces of the same curse. My greatest struggle has always been that I have 2 faces. Wait, what? What is wrong with your genetics? Did you all, like, piss off someone in your genetical line? Like your ancestors, crossed a witch somewhere? Mama told me to keep it hidden. That was her fault for being so selfish the first time. That I'm her greatest joy, but also her second punishment. Then I must be her first. Mama's made a lot of mistakes, but I still love her. Me too. I never had anyone to really blame her, though I know that I should. I can't blame her, but I can't keep living like this. Please, Papa told me about how his face was stolen before. However you do it, please. The process is really... I don't care how painful it is. Please. Okay. This is a little weird. Thank you for playing. So, that's it for Lost Face. The game honestly cuts off a little bit short, because it was a game jam game. I think it was actually made fairly quickly, actually. But it didn't really need to go on too much longer. We got the main story. Maybe the most I would have liked to see is the reaction from the family when they see that their daughters have merged. Like, not a long reaction, but just like a jump thing of like, honey, what's going on? Like, what? Like, you know, and then you cut it right there. And then you would have had the protect do some one line of like, Mom, Dad, I'm home. Or, you know, it's a little cheesy, but some kind of minor reaction. But anyway, I did like the premise. It was short, but the inherent idea of going people's places, using some logic a little bit to like kind of squeeze in there and just wearing their face for like a day is a bit of a unique one. And something obviously where if you really wanted to, you actually could develop that into a full game concept, like a longer one. Not so much longer as in I would like add a ton of different people or something, but just more like more than one day you spend as them. The ending is surprisingly happy. I thought it was going to be a completely grim ending, but it's not like a fully happy one. Because, first off, we don't know what happens when our protect switches faces and bodies with people. Like, is it like they're dead? Or are they stuck mentally in a void, like just not seeing anything? Are they watching the world through the eyes of our protect? Because there was implication that it was kind of a scary thing. Like, it was painful. Because the dad went through it twice, and he's like, no more. No more. But there was something definitely odd and supernatural going on, because, you know, the second daughter was born with 2 faces, or at least one blanked out, then like one with the face, like one in the back of the head. So it's like a weird, happy but somber ending, because it's not really happy. I mean, for our protag, I guess it's a bit happy, but for the new daughter, obviously, I mean, they don't exist anymore, at least until our protag decides to let their face go. I mean, they always could, right? Like, it's not theoretically, this is not a permanent thing. But her situation wasn't really solved. She basically was just like, yep, I don't want to live anymore. I got 2 faces. Take my body and face. So it's not like there's like a happy outcome for that character. It's kind of like a little weird. But I like that. I like that it was like this kind of very weird outcome. It kind of fit with the whole vibe of the story. Now, the manga I was thinking of, and it's not quite the same. There might be something that's much closer that I have not read anyway, or maybe I haven't, I just forgot. Like some Junji Ito or horror short story, I don't know. But the one I'm thinking of is actually like a pretty long manga. It is finished, so you could actually read the whole thing. But it's called Kasane. And it's about a girl that is like, she's like very ugly. Not ugly in a... I mean, in the context of story, I guess, like, they consider her very ugly, like a monster. But she essentially looks kind of like a slit mouth woman. Like, her jawline and her mouth is kind of very, almost lizard-like in some ways. So, and then the context of, like, the actual art, she actually looks kind of still vaguely cute in a funny way. But in the context of that world, she's, like, sort of, like, ugly and scary looking. And she doesn't want to live this life and everything, and she discovers some way, without spoiling stuff, she discovers a way to be able to steal faces from people. And there's some more twists and turns, a lot of drama, but I don't want to spoil any of the stories. I'll just leave it at the basic premise. But yeah, I won't get off the subject too much more. So I'll end that conversation here. But yeah, so anyway, thank you all for watching me play Lost Face. I'll see you guys later, and take it easy.